Hello everyone, I am doing my first impressions video. I'm going to be sharing my first impressions with 4 different fragrances from 4 different houses. I will be giving my first impressions on Buen Camino from Chronotope, Clandestine Laboratories Film Noir, La Doleur Exquise from Les Abstraits, and Épices from Miskeo Parfums. So I'm going to start off with Buen Camino from Chronotope. I will start by spraying onto a mouillette. Ooh. Mmm. Hmm. Hmm. So, I definitely pick up on some lavender hair. And the lavender is mixed with a very bright but pastel orange. But there's some other things that are going on here. It is getting much more medicinal, and phenolic, and yeah, and there's immortelle. It's intriguing. I'm Now I'm just giving my very first impressions from the scent strip. This does give off a fougere quality, and there is sort of also the spiced orange, clovey orange going on. But there is this medicinal underpinning to it as well. And if I spray it on my skin, which I will be doing as well here with all 4 of them, paper and skin, put a little place right here. I actually ended up spraying Film Noir. I'll just leave that over there for the next one. I will spray it over here while the other one dries. Alright. Okay, yeah. There is a bit of oiliness and griminess here. I'm intrigued by it. I think that this is a pretty good effort from an independent perfumer. It kind of reminds me of if Pour un Homme de Cologne was dirtied up, gussied up and dirtied up. A few things added to it to kind of give it a little bit more character. Not that the Pour un Homme doesn't already have character on its own, but this has that vanillic lavender at its core, but with the spiced oranges and these dirty resinous sort of stickiness that's going on here. It really fleshes everything out. I think this is worth revisiting. Yeah, I do. Um, well, it does remind me of some other things. I think that it has a lot going on that I appreciate. because I have a tendency to gravitate towards fougères with a little added extra for interest, and that's what we have going on here. And an interesting color as well. I don't know if this is picking up very well, but it's this bright orange color here. That's the sample. All right, moving right along, since I'd already sprayed Film Noir on my hand, I suppose we'll just start off with that. It's dried down for a couple of minutes. This is from Clandestine Laboratories, Film Noir. Now this. Wow. This is experiential. There is a quality to this that really confounds me. This is ultra lavender. This is lavender with all of the top notes cranked up to 11. Like it's almost, if lavender was a light, it would be blinding you. But it's kind of fascinating though. But there's also this quality that kind of reminds me of stones and dust. If there was a smell to dust that you would see through filtered light, you know, if you have a ray of light coming through a window and you see all that dust, this is what it sort of smells like. And I pick up orris root. There's some rose that's starting to come in. It would be very interesting to revisit this a few hours later. This is all about the top notes right now. That's what first impressions are. I think that some folks would be a bit taken aback because it is just so terpenic, I think, and so sharp. But that intrigues me. That sort of reels me in, as in, you know, what's the story being told here? If I were to go with the name Film Noir, I'll let my conscience be my guide. There is a stark quality to it. It's definitely not pretty, but fragrance doesn't always need to be pretty. Hence my previous video on pretty with a dash of ugly or a dash of melancholy. Or just no pretty at all, more contemplative. Yeah, I enjoy this one so far. I'd be happy to continue to see where it goes as it's on my skin. Okay, next what we have is La Doleur Exquise. La Doleur Exquise. From Les Abstraits. Okay. I'll use this wrist. Okay, so I can immediately tell from the top notes that we have a really experienced perfumer. Those top notes are so round and cohesive. That is not to say that independent perfumers are not capable of that, but sometimes my nose can just tell that a perfumer knows their onions, and this one does. Ooh. And that rosiness at the top. It it fast turns leathery and dry. This is very red. It's burgundy. It's dark red, burgundy. And I sense the castoreum that I do think is in this. It isn't overbearing, but it's there, and I love it. I love that. I love when there is a prominent castoreum note. And the resins. This is beautiful. I really. I can definitely appreciate a fragrance like this. And truth be told, the perfumer Antoine Lee has made a few fragrances that speak to me, that resonate with me. So it comes as no surprise that this one is reeling me in. I pick up saffron too, like a saffron leather. Like there's perhaps the use of saffronol or saffroline. Yeah, I like this one a lot. This is so far. This is the one where I, without hesitation, would say I'm gonna wear this because I have a pretty good feeling that where this develops, I'll continue to enjoy it. And lastly, what we have is Épices from Miskeo Parfums. And I will be using this wrist. Ooh. I'm very pleased with that opening. That is a showstopper on. Ooh. There is a naturalism to these notes and a lot of cardamom, but the cardamom is not alone. There is this atmosphere surrounding the cardamom, something that is flanking the cardamom, that's exalting it, that's lifting it up. Mm. Yeah. It's incensey as well. I detect coriander, olibanum, elemi. This is this is my favorite. This is my favorite so far. This is one where I'm like, I might have to go full bottle on this one. This is in my wheelhouse. I love this. There's just this is the most unique of the four, and it shows great control of the use of ingredients and accords. Um, it does not quite smell like anything else that I've smelled either. You know, so far all three of them, while great, have reminded me of other fragrances that are out there. But this one, yeah, wow. It's the woodiness is so non-cliche, if that makes sense. It's not a cliched wood. There's no woody ambers. There's no timber silk or cedramber. It's not like there's a, it's not like it's a cedar plank that's hitting you across the head either. But it's cedary. But there's the synergy with the spices. Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite of the four. They're all great. I would say that Épices is my favorite of first impressions. This is my favorite, followed by La Doleur Exquise, also fantastic. Followed by the uniqueness of film noir. This is spectacular in its own way. This is not mainstream at all, and that's perfectly fine with me. And I'm excited to revisit this and give it a more substantial wearing. And then lastly, Buen Camino is really good, but so far, just from the first impressions, it made the least of an impact on me, though it is not bad. So there you have it. Those are 4 first impressions. And let me know what you think in the comments. If you've already sampled any of these. And I'd just be happy to hear from you. This is an opportunity for me to have a lot more free-form video for the audience than my usual fare. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back soon. I will be in Montreal for several days, and I'll be back with another video next week. Till then, toodaloo.